2BK2K12 back in the building once again, bringing another commentary for you. Today is the day I'm going to be calling One Take Thursday. One take, that's all we get. Whatever you do, that's what you get. My topic today is going to be about PC gaming. It is not a king's ransom. No matter what you're told, it does not cost a king's ransom to game on PC. If you're a perfectionist and you want ultimate quality, ultimate resolution, then it's gonna cost quality, because the thing about it, it's just like a car. You want horsepower, you gotta pay for it. In PC gaming, you want the good stuff, you're gonna have to pay for it. PC gaming does not have to become this big huge thing that everyone keeps thinking about. It's like, wow, if you're into gaming on PC, that means you're like, whoa, you're so rich. It's like, I would more see how the rich be console more than anything, but the thing about it is both of them is basically a financial venture. You gotta put stuff into both of them. The thing about it is that when you're gaming on PC, you're like, okay, you gotta deal with the different parts, and you realize everybody's talking about so many different things. You hear people talking about CPU, GPU, X-Fire, SLI. They're talking about things, and you're like, what in the world are they talking about? I use my PC to browse YouTube, upload stuff, just edit. Well, if you edit on a PC, you have some kind of knowledge around it. However, most people are like, oh, come on, I don't know what you're talking about. They say, okay, here what? Just as everything else, you learn. Just as you learn about going to school and learning other stuff, you can learn about PC as well. If you do, then you realize, and you'll have like a little bit much of a more, how to put it, you'll have at least some sense as to what you're doing. Having a PC, it's just like having a hobby. You know what's in your system. You know what's in it, technically. That's all. That's all it is. Most of it is just, you know what's in your system, you know what your hardware can do, so you know what not to force. Most people, on the other hand, what they do is that they're like, oh, I don't know what I'm doing, so I'll just buy all our PC and just not know what to do with it. That's one. But then the thing about it is, there's some people, when they buy the PC, they know what they're doing, because due to the point they don't want that headache, they buy a pre-built PC that can do what they want to do, which in a sense is best for some people. But the thing about it is, what kind of person can you be if you do not know your machine? Come on. If you have a car, would you want to know about your car? It's like, what makes it tick, how much horsepower, electrical, and you want to know what's in it because you want to be able to fix it. If anything goes wrong with it, you want to know that you have enough knowledge in the area to know, if anything goes wrong, I can fix my own car. It's the same thing with a PC. If anything goes wrong, you can fix your own PC. Gaming PCs are basically just high-level tech, in a sense. Is that it's technology that's good enough to punch anything in the face. You'll have some people who will have a lag, and it's like, because everything is running at a certain function. In a PC is just like a car. Everything is needed to run together in order to work. It's like when you go with a car, you turn on the engine, it turns over, you give it, press accelerator, you give it gas, and then it goes. Same as a PC, you turn it on, the CPU runs, goes through the memory with their hard drive, and it gets it going. The thing about it is, everyone believes that it's rocket science. PC gaming is not rocket science, no matter what they tell you. It's not. It's very, very, very simple. It's just like doing 1 plus 1. It's easy maths. You have nothing to worry about. How to put this? It's, oh my god. When you see it, it's seriously, it's like very, very simple. Most people are like, oh, why can't we do anything? But what can I say? I'm a PC gamer. I have only owned one console in my life, and that was a Sega CD. I don't even know where that is anymore, actually. The best thing is to play on it, Sonic 2. I played Sonic 2 to the day that the cows come home. Then after that I went on the PC and that was it. That's been my home since. As much as I know that, especially with consoles, you kinda get a lot more, there's a lot more variety to gaming, because what happens is that, well, companies can more focus on one platform because it's standard. It's like, this is what's in it, that's what we work with. PCs, on the other hand, the ratio of probability is very, very wide, in the sense that not everyone has the same system. In the sense that I can have one system, somebody else can have the advanced of my system, somebody else can have the weaker of my system. PC gaming is stretched so far apart, it's that it's like a gamble, because you don't know how the game is going to run on the platform, because with the amount of multiple people that it has running, well, using the PC platform, it's kind of like saying, it's like, okay, how do we work this out in a way is that it works on all machines in the spectrum. That is basically PC gaming right there. That's spectrum. Everybody watches this and they're like, it's a very, very large spectrum to work with, because what can you say? Everybody has a different machine. Just, well, they can't say that everybody has different cars. There's some cars are all the same, and then people mod their cars, which then make the cars different from everything else. PCs, on the other hand, you can start off with the same, but you could go in completely different directions, and then it's according to what you want to do with your PC at the same time too, because you have gamers, streamers, YouTubers, video designers, graphic artists. Yes, there are people who graphic design on a PC. Not all graphics designing is done on a Mac. And due to the wide range of how your PC is, it's like you can't base anything on it. So it's in itself, you can build a nice simple PC. Two YouTubers did it. A good one, I'll put a link to that vid, by Snoo603. Good guy. He built his PC up to play Crysis 3, and Crysis 3 has now become like the literal benchmark again for the PCs. Like in the beginning it was like, your PC is good, can it play Crysis? So now Crysis has done it again. It says that, oh, your PC is good, can it play Crysis 3? So I'll link this video in the description below so you can get to see it, so you can actually see from his point of view. And he's from console. Well, this is the end of the video. We'll talk about this again later.